Today, we're diving into a technology that is, and this is no exaggeration, radically reshaping our world. It's a true double-edged sword. On one side, you have this incredible, mind-blowing promise, and on the other, a level of peril that could shake the very foundations of truth.
So let me just start by asking you this. What if you couldn't trust your own eyes anymore? I mean, what if any video, any image, any voice could be faked so perfectly you'd have no way of telling the difference? Well, this isn't sci-fi. It's the new reality we all need to get our heads around.
So, let's pull back the curtain. At the very heart of this revolution is a technology that's kind of like a dream engine, you know? It's capable of creating things that seem impossibly real. So, how does it actually work?
Well, the magic behind all this is something called a Generative Adversarial Network, or a GAN for short. Just imagine a system where two AIs are locked in this constant battle. One of them, the generator, is like a master forger. Its only job is to create fakes. The other, the discriminator, is the detective, trying to spot them. And this competition, this rivalry, it's so relentless, it forces the forger to get so good that its creations become totally indistinguishable from the real thing.
Okay, to make this super simple, think of it like a high-stakes baking competition, right? On one side, you've got a pâtissier, that's our generator AI, and he's trying to bake the perfect cake. And on the other side, you have a master taster, that's our discriminator AI, who's judging if the cake is authentic. Every single time the taster says, nope, this doesn't taste right, the baker goes back, tweaks the recipe, and tries again. He gets better and better and better until finally the taster is completely fooled. That's a GAN, in a nutshell.
So this elegant little competition is how AI learns to create with just stunning realism. Now, before we get into the darker side of this, let's just take a minute to look at the incredible world of opportunity this technology unlocks.
I mean, the power to create here is just staggering. Think about it. In medicine, where data is so hard to get because of privacy, this tech can generate completely synthetic, anonymous medical images. That means we can train better diagnostic AIs to save lives without compromising anyone's privacy. In the art world, it's a total revolution. It's generating photorealistic art and characters that just blur the line between imagination and reality. It can even compose music. It can take a classical piece and transform it into jazz in an instant. Or it can simulate these incredibly complex emergency scenarios to train first responders for the unthinkable. The applications aren't just transformative, they are literally world-building.
And this impact, it goes way beyond just art and science. In the security world, AI is an absolute game changer for something called OSINT. That's open source intelligence. It can sift through just mountains of public data in seconds, helping experts uncover threats and track criminal activity in ways that were, well, they were just never possible before.
But you know, every powerful tool has a flip side. What happens when this technology, which was designed to create, is instead used to deceive? Let's go ahead and look at the other edge of that sword.
And if you think this is some abstract, far-off technology, I want you to think again. Have you ever used the bold glamour filter on TikTok? If you have, you've used a GAN. It's right there, in your pocket. It's not just putting some sparkles on your face, it's using AI to generate a brand new, hyper-realistic version of you, and it does it in real time.
And this seemingly harmless fun, it has a real psychological cost. One study found that a staggering 90% of female and non-binary participants use these filters, and 94% of them say they feel this intense pressure to live up to these digitally altered standards of beauty. The line between a little enhancement and something genuinely harmful, well, it's getting really blurry.
And this exact same technology is used for its most notorious application, deepfakes. We're talking hyper-realistic fake videos and audio clips of real people saying and doing things they never actually said or did.
And this is where the story takes a very, very dark turn. An analysis of the deepfake content online found that 96% of it, 96, was non-consensual pornography, and it was overwhelmingly targeting women. The promise of this creative AI is being completely overshadowed by its use as a weapon for harassment and abuse.
So just how convincing are these fakes? Well, turns out most of us are pretty easily fooled. A shocking 7 out of 10 people can't spot fake AI audio. And even with video, we're tricked about a third of the time. Think about that. Our own senses are no longer reliable witnesses.
So now, imagine trying to find the truth when it's your job. For the intelligence community, this is a nightmare. It creates what one source calls a digital masquerade, where deception and discovery are constantly tangled up with each other. The very tools that were supposed to enhance OSINT are now being used to poison the well.
So, here's the critical question, right?
How do we possibly fight back against deception this perfect? Well, the answer, it turns out, lies within the problem itself. Welcome to the digital arms race. And this is the key. The very same AI technology that's so good at creating fakes can also be trained to become incredibly good at spotting them. It's a classic case of fighting fire with fire.
And the results are actually incredibly promising. The good AI is learning fast. Some of the new detection systems are already hitting over 90% accuracy in sniffing out deepfakes. The race is on, and the defenders are definitely catching up.
And hey, it's not just about algorithms. OSINT professionals are fighting back with good old-fashioned detective work. They're mapping out how a false story spreads, identifying the bots that are amplifying it, following the money trail, and digging into all that digital metadata for the hidden clues that give the fakes away.
But look, technology alone isn't going to cut it. It can't be the whole solution. This has to be a multifaceted approach. We need clear legal guidelines so people can be held accountable. We need to keep sharpening these detection tools, for sure. We need developers to be thinking about ethics from the very beginning. And maybe most critically, all of us. We need to become more educated and aware of this new reality.
So, where does all this leave us? We're standing at a crossroads, really, forced to navigate this strange, complex new reality that AI has created for us.
AI is, without a doubt, one of the most transformative tools humanity has ever built. It can help us cure diseases, it can help us create breathtaking art. But integrating it safely into our lives means we have to accept and learn to navigate a fundamentally new and way more complex security landscape.
And all of that leaves us with one final massive question. In an age where perfect fakes are not just possible but easy to make, where our own eyes and ears can be so easily tricked, what does truth even mean anymore? And how do we as a society agree on what's real? That is the challenge ahead of us.